Morning.
Good morning. There you are. And here
Here I
I
am.
and here I am, ready to go.
Good. Well, it's a very windy day here.
So, alternately sunny and cloudy here. We're supposed to get a lot of rain today.
How are you? Well,
Well,
if you get rain, we're going to get rain.
but they said that before, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Did you get a good night's sleep?
What?
Did you get a good night's sleep?
Last night I did, yeah.
Do you sleep well usually?
Did I sleep well? What?
Do you usually sleep well?
Um,
Do you?
Vernon, you're cracking up. I'm not getting a good sound from you. It
Uh,
sounds very deep,
oh,
and I can't distinguish words too well.
oh. Do you sleep good all the time?
I sleep well all the time?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, let me talk to him real quick. Hey, Arno, does it sound different today than it did yesterday?
Oh, yeah, it's very different.
All right, because I switched microphones to try to get the sound from propagating from the treadmill onto our YouTube channel. But it seems like switching the things over is not helping. Why are you holding your stomach?
Because I still hurt down there.
What do you mean that?
Yeah, I haven't heard about my CT scan about
About what?
that pain in my belly. Sometimes it gets to me.
I don't know. I'm not
I'm
sure.
going to try and call my GI department.
Well, you have an update on the 22nd. You gotta go see him.
Through GI?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, well, I guess I'll have to switch the microphones right back later for the next session.
Yeah, what happens is Vernon's voice was very low, like the bass was turned deeper,
Oh, yeah.
and I can't distinguish the words from that sound.
All right. Let me.
Does this help a little bit? Does that help?
No, it doesn't. I'm just letting you know it's hard to talk to him. Yeah, that's a completely garbled.
Well, he's trying to get ready to go national.
I know you said something about getting ready to go
Uh-huh.
somewhere. National?
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get that.
And everything will go roaring away then.
Lost my earphones, huh?
Oh dear.
You're experiencing a pain in your stomach, Vern?
Huh? Oh yeah, for several months, I've had like, in my lower abdomen,
You've had what in your lower abdomen?
a,
Like what?
a light pain.
Oh, you think
I,
it could be an ulcer?
I don't know. I had a CT scan, but I haven't heard about it yet. If they found anything. Anyway, it still persists.
Okay.
We'll find out on the 22nd.
Sounds like fun. Well, that's going to be another week or so.
Yeah. I put up with it this long. I can put up with it a little longer. Well, Look who's here.
Yeah, I guess it does sound a little weird. And all that is the noise filtering.
It's,
I wonder why it does it on that mic. Talk to us,
No, I
Vernon.
don't know why you needed.
Because the treadmill can be really whiny at times, and it'll overtake the whole conversation pretty much. So I'm gonna switch it back to the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it the way we had it, and just leave it that way because it sounded better anyway. So
It sounded like he was talking from the back end of a tin can.
yeah. Say something, Vernon.
say something, Vernon.
Yeah, it does sound a little cheap. But the other microphone we have is a high end. It's made specifically as a microphone, whereas the one he's using right now is a webcam microphone, but it's still a high ender one, but it obviously isn't doing the job.
So listen, you said that the treadmill has a squeaking sound at some point, but I've
No,
not, I've not.
that's because we have the noise canceling, otherwise you would have heard it.
Is this noise canceling what you're talking about? What you've done out recently?
We'll deal with it. I just changed it this morning because I was trying to change something, but obviously it didn't work. So I'll go back and hopefully it'll go back to where it was. Yeah, I mean, when you deal with these things, it's a constant testing and cycling and checking, and it's constant. So people don't realize that part. They're like, oh, no, you just set it up once and it's ready. Oh, yeah. And what dream is that?
My, my dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
That's not the way it works, man. Everything takes time. I mean, I have to figure out the cameras. We got three cameras running. We got three. Well, hopefully, just no. We got two microphones running, and then we got two screens. The treadmill, Vernon's running. Um, I mean, you name it, it's just happening. And we've got like four programs running at the same time, two broadcasts. So all that taken to consider, and we have to try to figure out how it all plays out at the end of the day.
For the most part, I definitely noticed the change this morning.
All right,
But,
no,
yeah.
that's why I asked you because I needed to know that because you're the one that's always there. So thank you for helping me figure that out.
You're welcome.
So hopefully today at 4 it'll be back to normal. So you'll help us test that too.
Sure. Your voice sounds great. Very distinct.
Yeah, that's the difference. I'm outside and we're not filtering this through those means. So
Oh.
I'm going
Okay.
through my phone. All right, Vernon, back to you.
Okay, thank you. Now for the news for the day.
Well, first the weather. I think we have
Oh,
bad weather out here.
the weather.
All right, back to you again, Vernon.
Thank you. Well, the weather is questionable,
Wow.
as always.
We're doing okay out here.
Yeah,
Cloudy. Partly cloudy. I'm walking in the sunshine.
yeah, it alternates here. I guess the rains will get here sometime, if ever.
Yeah, the news is showing a lot of flooding in Northern California.
Yeah, I see.
Well, look good.
I see a few puffy clouds behind you.
Yeah.
Well,
Where are you walking to?
Uh, nowhere in particular.
you're on a different route today.
It's hard to understand what you're saying.
Probably.
Are you on a different street?
Yeah, no, not really. Going down the street.
Uh,
But the same street can be different in terms of whether or not there's sunshine or cloud or misty or clear. what time of day.
people or no people.
Yeah, I never see any people on the street.
Well, yeah, they're not crowded. Not like that. Oh my God, that's oh
That was me.
oh my God. You have to wait. I got to take the earbuds out of the crowd. What was that about?
What's going on?
Oh,
It was extremely loud.
yeah. Enough. I have to take my buds out too. It hurts. It's okay. We can keep talking. If it's loud again, I'll let you know.
It was me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Am I extremely loud now?
No.
They don't call me loudmouth for nothing.
No, what happened is that I came in here and I had my Bluetooth and my Bluetooth has my microphone in my, so I came in here and so we did an echo reverb. So we had a feedback loop.
I'm gonna sit for a minute.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's I'm working on it, man. Every single little piece seems to have a little problem. So you know, I got to remember all these things. Like, all right, don't turn it on and don't come inside and don't, like, all these things. There's little quirks everywhere. But nothing in my software, of course. That's always good.
You don't want to spend more money.
No, I mean
No.
the software that I wrote, or the application that I wrote
Oh,
to run Vernon's show here and to manage it. I wrote an application just for that. And that's what I was trying to make a video of that today, but it didn't work. So we'll do that later to show how that works. Because there's graphics involved, touch screen, and all that good stuff. And he pretty much manages it himself.
so what computer language do you use to do that?
For this one, it was just basic language, I think. Literally basic. That's the name of the language. So it could have been a variation of C++ or C#, but it was more like basic.
Isn't there a language called Java?
Yeah, I don't like Java. I know JavaScript, and I love JavaScript because that's the one that pays my bills. But because I'm a master of that language. However, Java I don't like. It's too convoluted and complicated. It's just dumb, and a lot of systems use that, but it's quite overwhelming on them. But whatever, it's very hackable.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a difference between Java and JavaScript.
Oh yeah, there's no correlation, man. So,
Really?
oh yeah.
Well, okay.
Other than the name.
Well, okay, there we go.
Other than the name, but which is odd. I don't know. I think JavaScript definitely came first, but Java came later, and they just I guess they just went off the popular.
You never got into Linux?
Oh yeah, I use Linux all the time. That's what Linux runs one of my applications. I know Linux and Unix, and I use those all the time. That's where I serve everything. Like Vernon Finney art is on Unix. And,
Really?
oh yeah.
I'm trying to learn Linux, but it's just too
Hard, complicated.
It's too complicated for me.
Well, it all depends on what the problem with most people is they have no purpose for it. So if you were to define a purpose and a reason for it, a real reason other than I just want to learn it, then I think you'd be more successful at that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is a good reason?
That's up to you to find out, man. Because for me, I mean, I can do all kinds of reasons. I mean, I write information systems, and Linux is one of those systems that can be used for that purpose. Unix is a whole lot more complicated because there is no graphical user interface in it. Linux has the ability to run graphical user interfaces. Unix nowadays, I imagine they can run some graphical user interfaces, but nothing like we're used to, like Windows, stuff like that. But Linux can. So, and Linux has a lot of that available. Well, it's not that they can't. I think it is that it can't, because Unix doesn't have the graphic capacities that Linux has and Windows has and Mac
I
has.
think part of the confusion and perplexity I ran into with all of the different sub programs for
Oh yeah.
Linux, like Cinnamon and all of those different names.
Oh, there's so much. I mean, and they keep coming up with more and more and more and more. So you kind of have to
Well, let me ask why. I mean, what's the purpose of that?
everybody's trying to make their own foot in the system, and there's always some kind of problem to fix or an issue to fulfill, or there's always a reason why.
Or to make more money.
Or because everything that was made for computers that were a lot less slower, say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and now we have new technologies and we could take advantage of that kind of thing. So it's a constant keep up kind of thing. Because if you don't, then your software becomes stale and it becomes obsolete eventually. And nowadays that comes much quicker than it did 10 years ago.
So is the difference, is it like with Windows, or they would use a version, Windows version,
Yeah.
but in Linux it would be,
Oh
they
yeah.
just do another name?
No,
the
Linux also
version?
has versionings. I mean, and it also has flavors. Flavors being Linux Gentoo, Linux Ubuntu, Linux. There's all kinds of Linux. There's Ubuntu. There's the ones that I use mostly is probably Ubuntu. And
So is there a logic? Is there some kind of logic behind all that? Because
yeah,
flavors is the word I was looking for earlier, right?
yeah, flavors
Yeah.
is probably Ubuntu versus any other type. Gentoo or what's another one that I think of? Red Hat. Red Hat is a variation of Ubuntu is a variation of Red Hat. Red Hat is a corporate owned flavor, and Ubuntu is the same thing, just open source. Exactly the same, everything just open source. It's free to the public.
Why don't open source means free?
Free to,
Why don't they just say free?
no, open source means there's people working on it in a group session. Say 1,000 developers openly working on the source code. And that's what it means open source, is that way maybe you can contribute back into that same source code and make it better over time.
Oh, hey, can you theoretically make it worse?
Not if well, yeah, theoretically, yeah, but that's why you have revisions after revisions, and that's why you have updates and yeah, constant. It's a constant battle. Look at Microsoft.
I mean, is there some kind of clearinghouse that says, okay, this update is crap, we're not going to use it?
It's a community effort, yeah. And the better you are in that community stack, meaning how much input you've done that's been positive in essence, then the higher your grade becomes in regards to what people trust in what you're saying in essence. So it's a community effort. It's not just one person.
The reason why I wanted to learn Linux was just to have an alternative to getting on the internet. Is that a stupid reason?
No, that's a great reason to do it. That's the only reason. As a matter of fact, what you wanted, what do you have? Windows?
I have Windows, and
You can.
then I have an iPad.
Well, you can go into Windows, and then you can download something like VMware, and then install Linux on top of Windows and run it as a secondary in a window. And
Is that what Wave? Is that what Wave was?
what?
Wave. WAVE.
No.
Tell me about.
No.
That's
No.
not a Linux program.
I'm not sure what you're talking about right now, but okay.
Well, can you hear me spell it?
WAVE. I haven't said anything about
W-
Wave.
Like the ocean wave.
Yeah, I know.
WAVE. You told me to download it.
To download Wave?
Yes.
No, I don't.
You don't remember?
No, I don't remember. I don't think I've ever said that to you. No. I don't even know what you're talking.
Well, you did. You did because I downloaded it.
What is
I wouldn't have downloaded it out of the clear blue sky.
Well, you're gonna have to take a picture of it and show it to me because I can't remember.
I took it off my computer because it was I felt it was interfering with other things.
Wave? Yeah, I don't own any software like that. Nor have I ever told anybody to download it. Maybe a WAV, as
And
in, was it for sound? Was it music? What was the purpose of the
oh,
software?
it's like a browser.
Oh,
It's a browser.
in that case, Wave browser? No, there's Brave. Brave. B as in boy, R as in Randy, A as in Apple, V as in Victor, D as in E as in Edward. Brave. You hear me?
Well, I welcome you. I welcome you to get on the internet, look it up, Google it.
No, I don't.
WAVE.
Oh, Wave. That's a browser? A web browser.
It's like
Yeah,
MSN.com.
No.
No, it wouldn't be like WAVE. No. It's a.
You're confusing me, sir.
Because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I'm not a computer person. I'm not a computer person.
No.
So I rely on you as being one to kind of interpret.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell you anything about no Wave. And maybe I went down to Google and said all these browsers are available, and you downloaded one that I named out that they listed. That doesn't mean I would say go ahead and download that. No. What I would say is download Firefox or Chrome, maybe, or because what you were.
Well, the reason why you told me to download it was because it had a lot less advertising on it.
Oh, that's probably because I looked it up online because I've never used it. Yeah, because you probably asked me, oh, is there any browser out there that, then I looked it up on Google and that's what came up. And I said, oh yeah, here it says Wave, doesn't have any advertisements, so that's probably what happened. Because I've never even heard of that browser. As a matter of fact, that I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to download it either. Because, yeah. But if it's specific to what you're asking, then I'm going to tell you what I found, you know? But that doesn't mean I've used that browser. If you want a good browser, I'd say Firefox. And if you don't have Chrome, get Chrome.
Hey.
What's the other one? Brave. Not Wave. Brave. Like a brave warrior.
Brave. BRAVE.
There's another one called Vivaldi. Those are ones that I use. I use Edge.
Yeah.
Vernon's done with his workout and he's about to turn off the thing unless you want to sit there and talk to him for a while.
No, it's okay. I've got to get going. I've got lots of stuff to do.
All right, well, we'll see if we can fix our microphones.
Okay.
Okay, see it for.
Thank you for coming by.
All right. Take it easy.
Let me know if you
Okay,
have any
Dan.
questions about Linux
Okay.
or whatever. No, you'll see it when it happens. You'll see it when it happens. It hasn't happened yet. You'll see it immediately when it happens, right? So one time. Yeah. You saw it happen.
I can't tell what
Well,
distance it's from.
Yeah.